Hello. So, first of all, thank you very much to the organizers and the members of the Greek institutions for organizing this beautiful event. Thank you for the rest of the fields and the youth committee, and of course for the invitation to this forum. We are very pleased to be here. And thank you also the other people from the other countries that came here. It's very nice to see other young people volunteering for blood donation. So we are from Spain. We are Daniela, Max, Julia, and me, and Diego. And yes, I'm going to explain briefly a bit our federation and what we do to promote blood donation and the situation of blood donation in our country. I hope you enjoy it. So, as I said, yeah, we are from Spain, as you know, a country in the southwest of Europe with a population of around 50 million people, and we have the blood donation is quite stable over the last years. You can see it's more or less about 1.7 million donations per year, which is around 35 donations per million people. And about our federation, you have to know that in Spain is a quite diverse country. You can see that the government is divided in different communities that have autonomy in many aspects, as health, for example. So there are blood banks. Each community has its own blood bank, and also there are several federations, smaller federations within the country. The big federation, the Federación Española de Donantes de Sangre, or FEDSANG, is the one that is the one that has had more federations within it, and is the one that is represented in fields. What happened is that in the last years there was another federation called Grupo Sanguíneo, who also is a federation at the Spanish level, and who also has other federations within it. And now, luckily, they have agreed to make one bigger federation, to combine, to fusion both federations and make one bigger federation, so that the Spanish federations that there are, they have one main federation to represent them in fields and around the world, which is DONAE. And you can see here, I show you the logo, but just so you know, they are doing all the bureaucracy, so it's not created yet. It's not officially created, but they are working on it. In the upcoming months, it will be official, okay? And so right now, I'm gonna focus more on our regional federation that we have, because most of us are from the Catalan Federation, which is the federation representing this part of Spain, and is the one we know the most because it's the one we come from. So this federation in Catalonia, we have around 8 million people, and we have 250,000 donations per year. And in our federation, we have around 900 volunteers, and a budget. The budget for 2024 was 240,000 euros. And just some activities that we have done to promote the donation of blood plasma that we do and they work for us, so maybe you can get ideas for your institutions, who knows. First, this one was at national level. This was not the Catalan Federation, but you might know the situation with plasma donation in Europe especially, that we don't get enough donations, and we are trying to increase that. So the Federation, together with the Ministry of Health, they did a strong campaign to try to improve these numbers. And well, maybe you cannot see it here, but in the last few years, the number of plasma donations is increasing a lot. The goal is to increase it even more in the upcoming years. But yeah, we are getting more and more donations of plasma because it's something that we are focusing on a lot lately. And now coming back to our Catalan Federation, some activities that we do and work for us is, for example, marathons, where we organize, for example, you can do, for example, in a city like Corinth. Like this day will be the marathon of Corinth, and you focus all your efforts to do one big campaign of 1 or 2 days, and you get like hundreds of donations that day. Here in this town, they could do the donation here inside the theater of the city, and you can partner with other institutions, organizations that collaborate with you. For example, this institution that they dress up here as Star Wars, with the firefighters that they do, for example, here a demonstration, with, this is with AFANOC. AFANOC is the Association of Kids that are patients of cancer in Catalonia, and so of course cancer patients need blood, so partnering with them is a good way also to be known, and so that many people get to know the federation and the importance of blood donation. Also, we promote the building of monuments in different towns of Catalonia. We have now more than 120 monuments that are built, and you can see that different shapes and forms, just every city depending on the budget and the sites. And this monument serves to honor the donors and also to get to know the importance of blood donation again. We also, of course, we try to go to school. We have several, how do you say, stories, short stories, to explain, to tell kids that it's important to donate blood and why is it important, etc., so that then they can tell them to their parents, so that their parents would potentially donate, and these kids will potentially donate when they become adults. So this works also pretty well for us. And also we have the blood donor giant, the story of this woman that we have, we decided to use her as a hero of the promotion of blood donation. This woman, she has been promoting blood donation in her hometown for like 60 years, and she has done really a tremendous effort. So they decided to build this is typical from Catalonia, to build these giants for the traditional holidays. So they made one giant of this woman, and the book telling her story, and this works really pretty well to bring the giant to the school, and then she comes to the school dressed as the giant, so the kids are freaking out, and they can read the book, and she then, I don't know if you have it here, no, well, and she signs the book to the kids, and it really works pretty well to have this amazing woman as an ambassador of blood donation. And also we have the World Blood Donor Day. We try to make it very important, very institutional. We try to go to this is the main building of the Catalan government, the most official place you can be in Catalonia. And here we have the president of the Catalan government speaking, and we have every year some nominees that we honor them for maybe because they have donated blood so many times, or because they have contributed to our cause, because maybe they are a company that contributes to blood donation, to the campaigns. So we want to honor them in this day, and in an important building and with an important authority. And I think this is very important to also to get people to know that what we do matters and is necessary for society. And so, yeah, we also had to explain how was blood donation in our country during COVID. And basically, we have to say that, well, you can see here that the donations were slightly decreased, but the necessity of blood by the hospitals also decreased because people were confined at home. So basically, we were lucky in the sense that we didn't have a particular problem or crisis of lack of blood during COVID, luckily. And even though they made a video, I will try to show you now. We didn't make the video, this is from the blood bank of Catalonia, but it's a beautiful video thanking the donors. When going out of the street was scary. When every day was exceptional. When we needed it the most. You were there. We were, we are, and we will be essential. And now our goals from our federation for the next few years. So of course the main goal is to complete this creation of the new common institution for the Spanish associations, which will be DONAE, and get it known and get it present in the Spanish and European institutions. Then the second main goal is to promote the plasma voluntary non-remunerated donation to be able to reach self-sufficiency. We are working on it. And then, of course, to modernize and digitalize our institution to make it more attractive for the younger generations and to get more younger people, as we are here today, in these federations to make them survive with time. And about FIODs, what FIODs means to us and what we like to do internationally would be to the same way that in Spain we are doing this common institution for Spain. It's very important that at international level we collaborate with each other, we all share the same goal, the same purpose, and together we'll be stronger. And then also, related to the first point, the digital transformation of our institutions, because of course if we are international, if we might be far away from each other, so it's essential that to communicate, to know what others are doing, and to be able to share our experiences, we need to be we need to be online, we need to be in social media, we need to learn a lot on this. And this way we'll be able to reach the last goal, which is to be present and be relevant in the main decision-making organisms, like the European Union, for example, and other governments. So, yeah, that's it. If you have questions, please just let us know. Yeah, sorry. And we also have this, we call it Rugeta, and it works pretty well also for promotion. Kids and adults love it, so yeah, it's also a good idea for your institutions. So thank you very much, and if you have questions, you can ask now or later. We'll be here.
Καλό θα ήταν οι ερωτήσεις να γίνουν στο τέλος σαν αποτελέσματα με το που ολοκληρωθεί αυτή η διαδικασία για να κερδίσουμε και χρόνο. Εγώ αυτό που ήθελα να πω και να ευχαριστήσω τον αδερφό μου εδώ, τον φίλο μου, τον αγαπητό, τον κύριο Ντιέγκο Λόπες, ο οποίος είναι και μέλος του Εκτελεστικού Συμβουλίου της Διοίκησης της FIODs. Είμαστε μαζί συνεργάτες. Και σήμερα, βέβαια και λόγω του νεαρού της ηλικίας του, διότι είναι κάτω των 30 ετών, Εκπροσωπεί και ως νέος και συνοδεύει τους συναδέλφους του από την Ισπανία. Diego, ευχαριστώ πολύ. Παρακαλούμε να προχωρήσουμε με την επόμενη χώρα, με την Αλγερία. The participants from the Algerian Federation, please come here. Σε αυτό το σημείο πρέπει να αναφέρω ότι και η κυρία Σελμάν, που συνοδεύει την αντιπροσωπεία της Αλγερίας, είναι η πρόεδρος ενός πολύ δυναμικού και δυνατού συλλόγου στην Αλγερία και η ίδια της βέβαια είναι πολύ δραστήρια και εξαιρετικά νέα για αυτή τη θέση και πραγματικά κάνουν πολύ σπουδαία δουλειά.
Algerian country, it's an African, the largest African country in Africa, biggest country in Africa. It's situated in the north and in the south of Mediterranean. We have many kind of relief, like a desert, and we have snow. We have snow in the desert, mountain.
Η μετάφραση λίγο στα ελληνικά δεν ακούγεται. Ευχαριστώ.
Modern city, because we had many civilization, Roman civilization, Berber, Islamic civilization, Sirta, in now we call it Constantine, Roman in Badna, Sahara, oldest city in the north of Africa, Sifar, we call it Sifar, classed in the UNESCO. Modern city, like Algiers, our capital, Oran, Béjaïa. The Federation of Algerian Blood Donors was created in October 15th, 1976. It's an ONG and non-governmental made up for large majority of voluntary blood donors grouped in a wilaya committee and affiliate Blood Donors Association, the time to promote the voluntary non-remunerated blood donation. Its main mission is to promote voluntary blood donation and support for blood transfusion center in their mission to the national territory. It's our logo. It means victory at V and Marat M. The logo won an international award in 80s. Our national health system in Algeria is free. The blood donation system is decentralized. There are over 250 blood transfusion centers. Each center has resources to collect and transform blood into blood product. INS is the National Blood Agency of Algeria, coordinated to the work of the center. During 2023, over 670 blood bags have been collected. 29 during blood drive company were voluntarily donated at 44 were replaced donation. Project of the new hemoglobin cup, new project launched into a competition between scientific and university club and diver association. The idea was people who want to volunteer are already volunteering. Let's make them to do some blood drive company and talk about donations since it's everyday matters. Project, the number of project. Our different activity, World Blood Donor Days at June 14th. We have a National Blood Donor Day at October. And the Maghreb Blood Donor Day, the March, all Maghreb of Africa. We have Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, Libya. Blood donation during COVID-19 in your country, in our country. We have used to be of our blood supply during the first month. In the biggest way, we have waited from underline from experts, but due to the acute need of blood, Algerian Federation of Blood Donors took the leads of started organization Blood Drive company with special measure to prevent COVID infection. During COVID, the surgical activity was stopped, only emergency surgery remained, which helped balancing the supply. So we could to transfer blood collected in less impact area to the most impacted one were total lockdown. Our goal from now to transform our one-time blood donors to regular blood donors, have some percent and reducing from balancing blood donation, integrate technology to the blood donation process. What fuels means to us, what we would like to do internationally. Collaborating with international bodies and donors organization and using start to practice it and safe blood supply across the nation. Fostering youth involvement through educate and awareness program. Utilizing technology to modernize donor recruitment and blood collection process. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Παρακαλώ τα μέλη της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας, της Πανελληνίας Ομοσπονδίας Συλλόγων Εθελοντών Αιμοδοτών να έρθουν και να παρουσιάσουμε τη δράση της Πανελληνίας Ομοσπονδίας Συλλόγων Εθελοντών Αιμοδοτών.
Hello everyone, I'm Eva, and as a Greek I welcome you all to our lovely town, Corinth. I'm a brand new member of this organization, but I'm very excited and honored to be here among you all. So let's start with this presentation. Pan-Hellenic Federation of Associations of Blood Donors, also known as POSEA. This is our logo. Our mother association was founded in 1987. It is the most representative non-profit voluntary organization for voluntary blood donation in our country. It has members in all regions of our country who strive to turn replacement donors into regular volunteer blood donors and also inform and raise awareness of the two universal ideas of voluntary blood donation and organ and body tissue donation. This picture shows the first board of directors, the founders, who come from all over Greece, specifically Volos, Komotini, Xanthi, Oristiada, Mesologi, Agrinio, Patra, Akrata και Καστοριά. This is where the big idea began, and it happened in 1987. The representatives of our federation are members of the International Federation of Voluntary Blood Donor Organizations, FIOG, and the International Youth Committee, that the members are from 18 to 30 years old since 1990. The Pan-Hellenic Committee of Young Volunteer Blood Donors, aged 18 to 30 years old, the majority of whom are students of various fields of study, strive to promote the two universal ideas of voluntary blood donation and organ and body tissue donation in all educational institutions of the country. This is the logo, and it was founded in 2008. These pictures are our participation in previous conferences. Since 1986, the volunteer blood donors have revived the institution of Amphictyonia, a first attempt to bring blood donor associations together and exchange views to increase voluntary blood donation, a successful institution. The Amphictyonia, which follows, is taking place next week in Sparta from 18th of October to the 20th. This is the logo we use for Amphictyonia. Each branch is showing the previous Amphictyonia, where it happened and the year. From 2005 to today, a representative of the Federation has been a member of the board of the National Blood Donation Center. The Greek initials are EKEA. The Pan-Hellenic Federation of Volunteer Blood Donor Associations, POSEA, in its effort to attract, inform and sensitize more volunteer blood donors, has included in its institutional framework since 2002 the idea of the Pan-Hellenic Volunteer Blood Donor Torch Relay, which was institutionalized by the Ministry of Health and Social Solidarity to spread the voluntary movement. The Flame of Love, as it has been established to be called, passes through all the cities of Greece in an atmosphere of celebration to end up in the city where the Amphictyonia is hosted. This is what we're going to do this afternoon. In 2012, POSEA transferred the Flame of Love in Albania, and since that time, we hope that the flame will pass from every country worldwide. This picture shows our president speaking at the ceremony of the beginning of the 17th Pan-Hellenic Torch Relay in Hellenic Red Cross. It is a custom for the Flame of Love, as we like to call it, to start from the candle of a holy temple and to be accompanied by the blessings of our priest. This is who we are, and this is our traditional custom. The flame then is carried in a kind of ritual from city to city. The kids are very excited about this event, and we try to include them in every way we can. During World Blood Donor Day, the events that take place for that day are the Pan-Hellenic drawing competition that children till the ages of 12 participate, then the Pan-Hellenic creating writing competition from ages 13 till 18 years of age, the competition in social media for the best photo of a blood donor, for which we usually have a gadget prize, and videos and letters with messages about voluntary blood donation from representatives of the church, the politics, local government, associations, etc. This is a painting that won the first prize this year, and by the way, the winner is from the Peloponnese region. This shows educational material for students of all levels of education in cooperation with the National Blood Donation Center, EKEA, and it has been published in the site of the Ministry of Health. In 2015, following a proposal by POSEA, His Excellency, the President of the Hellenic Republic, Mr. Prokopis Pavlopoulos, honored the volunteer blood donor members of POSEA who had volunteered from 50 to 100 units of blood. This is a picture from that day. All these years, POSEA has cooperated with the church, the municipalities, as well as the prefectures. Representatives of the Pan-Hellenic Federation of Voluntary Blood Donor Associations all these years participate in the international congresses organized by FIOCH. We also have a text to give number, 19823, where you can send SMS the word blood and support our cause. That is all. Thank you.
Καλωσορίζουμε και την κυρία Ευαγγελία Σπάη. Miss Evangelia Spy, welcome. Is a member of the board of direction of Pan-Hellenic Federation and is the person who take care about the management of the youth, the youths of the Pan-Hellenic Federation. Και στο σημείο αυτό πρέπει να πω ότι εδώ και κάποια χρόνια η Πανελλήνια Ομοσπονδία Συλλόγων Εθελοντών Αιμοδοτών έχει πραγματοποιήσει αδελφοποίηση με την Ομοσπονδία Φράτρες της Ιταλίας. Έχουν έρθει πολλές φορές και αντιπροσωπείες από τις Φράτρες και εμείς έχουμε πάει στην Ιταλία και έχει γίνει η αδελφοποίηση στην Κρήτη, στο όμορφο νησί της Ελλάδας και είμαστε και πολύ χαρούμενοι βέβαια που έχουν έρθει τώρα και οι νέοι εκπρόσωποι των φίλων μας από την Ομοσπονδία Φράτρες. Και τώρα θα παρακολουθήσουμε μια τη δική τους παρουσίαση.
Good morning. This is our first time at the forum and thanks to the opportunity. My name is Maria Teresa and let me to introduce the Fratres team. Melissa, Tommaso and Lorenzo. Okay. We come from Italy, and the population in Italy is approximately equal to 59 million, and we are famous worldwide for art, culture and fashion, but also and above all for good foods. Italy holds the record for the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, counting 59. The whole world sings our music, like Volare di Domenico Modugno. We are also famous for gesturing while speaking, and because we are crazy about football. National health system, the transfusion system is public and part of the national health system. The Ministry of Health indicates the fundamental principles and objectives that the regions are called to propose in compliance with their autonomy, foreseeing the involvement of the health service and volunteer association. The most important founding principles are self-sufficiency, appropriateness, safety, quality and sustainability. The health authorities of the government and the regions have the task and the commitment to promote periodic, non-remunerated, responsible and voluntary donation. Association and federation recognized as a representative at national level, part of the CIVIS, Inter-Association Coordination of Italian Blood Volunteers, since 1995 are Avis, Fidas, Fratres e Croce Rossa Italiana. And let's give the numbers. The Italian National Blood Centers declared that in the year 2023, Italy was self-sufficient with blood sacs, while only 62% of the necessary plasma was given. Approximately 2,837,000 sacks of blood were transfused. On average, 1748 patients per day need transfusion therapies, and blood donation have increased, but so has the need for them.
Hi, now I want to speak about the meaning of Fratres word. Fratres means brother, is a Latin word, and Fratres is a volunteer organization which was founded in 1950 by a branch of Misericord, which is even a voluntary association, which was founded by the Saint Peter Martyr. Fratres assumed national importance in 1971, and it was recognized as a no-profit organization by the Ministry of Health, and the bondage with the Church is confirmed by the fact that Fratres is the only national association of blood donors with statutes recognized by the Italian Episcopal Conference. Fratres contributes to the institutional purpose of the National Health Service through the promotion and development of the organized donation of blood and blood components, but is also committed to promoting other types of donations, such as bone marrow and stem cells and organs, promoting the figure of the total donor. Fratres is made up of over 4,000 volunteers operating in 14 regions of Italy, with approximately 600 organs and group of over 100,000 periodic donors who donated overall approximately 140,000 of units blood in 2023. Then there are three most important projects of Fratres, of course, which are the stipulation of a protocol with the Ministry of Education and Merit, to promote the activity in the schools. Then the Donations Notes project, where Fratres promotes a mix of music and the goals of association. And then there is the stipulation of a protocol with the Vatican museums to allow blood donors to visit them at a reduced price.
The activities of Fratres are La Notte della Taranta is the biggest festival in Italy and one of the most significant events about the popular culture in Europe. Fratres is a sponsor of this festival for promoting the culture of the nation. Lucca Comics and Games is an annual comic book and gaming convention in Lucca, in Italy. It is the largest comics festival in Europe and the second biggest in the world after the Comic-Con. Fratres collaborates in the publication of a comic book and the young Fratres transform themselves into drops of blood to testify the mission. Fratres counts a lot on sport, both as a healthy lifestyle and as an activity closest to young people. And the Carnival of Viareggio is a carnival event annually held in the Tuscan city of Viareggio, Italy. It is considered amongst the most renowned carnival celebrations in both Italy and Europe. Fratres volunteers take the opportunity to promote blood donation while having fun.
Okay, let's talk about blood donation during COVID-19 in Italy. In 2020, the collection of red blood cells in Italy decreased by 5%, a decrease of approximately 139,000 units attributable to the difficulties caused by the COVID-19 epidemic. The decrease was offset by reduction in consumption for the application of patient blood management techniques by hospitals, which also saw a reduction in activity. The Council of Ministers has ordered the end of the state of emergency until March 31st of 2022. Our goals from now to 2030, first of all, stay alive, most important. Create, incentive and recognition programs to keep young donors engaged with the aim of ensuring regular donations over time and not just occasional ones. Digitalize donor services, increasing transparency and simplifying participation. Train young volunteers as blood donation ambassadors who can represent the association in schools, universities and local communities, spreading key messages and organizing awareness-raising activities. Achieve a significant increase in the number of young donors and create partnership with other youth organizations and educational institutions to promote blood donation and involve young people in research and innovation projects on blood donation and public health. What fields mean to us? As you know, Fratres is an external observer of fields. This forum is an important opportunity to learn more about this international reality. So thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Please, the participants from Portugal.
Dear President of the IFBDO, Dr. Saya Abdel Malik, dear Secretary General of POSEA, Dr. Theologos Zotos, dear officials, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed volunteers, it is with a profound sense of honor and privilege that I stand here before you all to celebrate the invaluable contributions each of us make to the health and well-being of our societies. Blood donation is not just an act of kindness, it is a lifeline to countless individuals, providing hope and the possibility of survival, and most importantly, a better quality of life. Portugal, my country, with its population of approximately 10 million people, has always had a deep-rooted tradition of solidarity and volunteerism. Over the years, we have developed a strong and reliable network of blood donors, ensuring that our healthcare system has a consistent and adequate supply of blood. The Instituto Português de Sangue e Transplantação reports that 1,000 blood donations every day need to meet the ongoing demands of hospitals and various medical treatments necessary across the country. Thousands of patients and victims of accidents, thus undergoing surgery or battling illnesses, rely on transfusion for survival. And without them, and without the dedication of volunteers like us, this need would be impossible to meet. When talking about my federation, FAS Portugal, we are talking about a federation with approximately 70 different local associations, which are based through many different cities across the country. Our primary aim is to support these local associations, be it through financial assistance or through resources or logistical support. With these tools, local associations can organize blood donating campaigns that serve the communities that they are inserted in. The success and the efforts of these associations reflect not just the strength of our federation, but the power of our local grassroots involvement in building a healthier and caring society. When talking about the Institute, the Portuguese Institute of Blood and Transplants, we are talking about safeguarding of the public health. Established in 1950, the EPST has evolved into a national leader in the collection, processing, and distribution of blood and blood products, ensuring that every patient in need has access to a lifeline of transfusion. Over the decades, the Institute has not only managed the blood supplies, but also expanded its mandate to include organ, tissue, and stem cell donations, helping to save thousands of lives every year. By prioritizing safety research and ethical standards, the EPST has fostered a culture of voluntary donation that strengthens our healthcare system and brings hope to patients across Portugal. In this chamber, let us reaffirm the commitment to supporting the EPST and selfless acts that donors who make this mission possible. When we are talking about our projects, one of the main projects that we are going on in FAS Portugal is the promotion of blood donations in schools and universities. We believe that the work going on in the terrain, in contact with the people, is the best way to spread our message. When talking about some of our activities, in the last year we participated in the International World Youth Day, which is an activity that is organized by the Vatican and had its presence in Lisbon last year, and we met with many different pilgrims which came to Lisbon, and we spread out a message of how important it is to donate blood and to spread this important issue. When it comes to when we are reflecting the challenges faced in these years, it is impossible to ignore the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. The year 2020 brought unprecedented trials not just to our country, but to the entire world. Blood donation campaigns in Portugal were no exception. As we all faced lockdowns, social restrictions and fear of infection, there was a growing concern about whether national blood supply could be maintained. The need for blood donations remained constant, and understandably, many donors were hesitant to visit collection centers. Yet, it was during these difficult times that the resilience and solidarity of the Portuguese people truly shone through. With strict safety protocols in place, blood donation centers adapted themselves quickly to the crisis. Hygiene measures were increased, physical distancing was enforced, and appointment systems were introduced to reduce contact between donors. Campaigns went digital, encouraging people to schedule donations online and promoting a safety and responsible environment so that donors could continue help saving lives. Volunteers, like all of us today, were at the forefront of this effort. Despite the fears and the uncertainties, we stepped up to help the blood supplies, to make sure the blood supplies would remain sufficient. Thanks to our courage, blood shortages were averted, even during the peak of the pandemic. This is a remarkable achievement that speaks volumes about the generosity and compassion of the Portuguese people. When we are talking about our objectives, I can name you 4. To maintain the blood donor volunteering movement alive in Portugal, to improve the national blood donation system in our country, to achieve self-sufficiency in plasma-derived medicines, and to implement a national-wide system for apheresis collection, both for plasma and platelets. When talking about IFBDO and FIOTS and its youth committee, we believe that it's their responsibility to foster an ongoing dialogue between all national associations that are part of the Federation. This exchange of ideas and experiences promotes growth and innovation within each association and federation. Through these shared experiences, we create new dynamics, new strategies, and new ways to ensuring the blood donation campaigns remain effective and inspiring and accessible to all in all our different countries. Let us continue to stand together, building a future where every life can be saved and every community remains united through acts of generosity at its core. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And every year, Portugal members of the Federation of us are members to the Executive Council of FIOTS. Please, Mr. Farid Belouafi, and now the presentation from the Moroccan Federation by video.
Hello, my dear friends. As the African Youth Delegate, I wish you great success in your work. My dear friends, the forum exists for young people who want to come together, develop, exchange ideas, and feel that they can make a difference. Our organization is fortunate to be supported by FIOTS. You may notice the absence of delegates and representatives from Africa, which is unfortunately beyond our control. The challenges we face in attending the forum are as follows: visa refusal issues, expensive transportation, lack of sponsorship, insufficient attention and importance given to participants from African countries. Therefore, I ask you to consider these issues that we face, which prevents us from being with you this year as well. Once again, I wish you a pleasant stay in Corinth and much success. I hope that next year we will be able to have representatives at the African level. Thank you for your attention. One blood, one love, Dunia B'Douai.
Πρόσωπος του Μαρόκο είναι η κόρη του κ. Φαρίτ Μπελουάφη και την ευχαριστούμε πολύ, εξαιρετική η εισήγησή της, η παρουσίαση. Να συνεχίσουμε. Η Αλβανία είναι έτοιμη. Albania is ready. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for your patience. So we are from Albania. My name is Silvia Capodicasa.
And my name is Marzia Bardoshi.
Well, first of all, thank you a lot for attending us here today, and also for the excellent organization in this forum. Like Silvia said, we are from Albania. Just to do a brief introduction about Albania. Albania is situated in the peninsula, in the Balkan Peninsula, and we have the population is approximately 3 million inhabitants. The capital Tirana, and the language of course is Albanian. And about the blood situation, we say that the National Blood Transfusion Center in Albania was established in 1951, and after that was a creation of 26 other central banks. And our name organization, our name organization is Durimi Gjagut në Shqipëri, which means the blood donor in Albania. And from a statistical overview, we should say that in 2004, the paid blood donation were 60%. It was our reality in those years. The family donation were 36%, and the volunteer blood donation were less than 5%.
The organization was born on the 20th October of 2005 by a group of volunteer donors with a common desire to face the dramatic situation of lack of blood and avoid the paid donor reality. So here we have two posters that we did to promote the blood, and it says in Albanian, "Pak unë pak ti, a little bit you, a little bit me, së bashku të ndihmojmë një person, together we help people, që një ditë mund të jemi vetë ne, that one day it can be us."
The object of our organization is that to promote the anonymity. Of course, like I said before, in 2004, the donors were paid mostly, so also our object is that to promote the volunteer, the free and the periodic and solidarity human actions, the promotion of health by prevention and the health education, and also mainly to collaborate with national institutions and associations, including the national but also the international perspectives. Here we have some promotion activities. Some in the Intesa San Paolo, which the bank Intesa San Paolo, in Cavaie, which is a place located in Albania, and in the Voskopoja.
So this is an activity that we did, and it's called Flame of Love and Solidarity. We did it here, even in Greece. Here we are in Vlora, we did in Saranda, Lushnje, Elbasan, all over Albania. Here we are in Tirana, and here we are in schools. Here are another poster that we did to promote the donation of blood.
For example, in this poster, we wanted to promote the donation also before the vacations, because during the summer there's a lack of blood. The people go for holidays, so they are not incentivized to promote, to donate. So these posters have this purpose mainly. Other activities in the elementary schools. And during those activities, we also have medical examinations. We move with professionals, of course, doctors. And this one is with Dr. Aldo Zino Coligaris, which is the president of the National Fides. And these are the activities also in the summer fest that we started in June and end of August, 1st of September. And this one in one of the beaches, Plaži Mali Robit is the name of the beach.
So we did the blood donation during COVID-19. We did the promotion. You can see pictures of us in different places, even in the embassy of Italy. And during COVID-19, the organization has been active even the difficulties that it has to face during the pandemic, because the fear in people was growing and approaching the blood donation. Perhaps the promotion activities and the social media presence help us to continue our journey and spread love, denying the myths and fears of people. Here are another promotion that we did in the 14th June. We did it with bikes and motorbikes around Tirana.
Ripresa project is a project in which we believe a lot. The principal goal of this project is that to contribute to upgrade the health condition among the Albanian community, and how through the popularization of the personal prevention medical practices. Specifically, the goal carry out the activities to fight hepatitis B and other non-transmissible pathologies. And the way in which we are trying to move is that through the examination done also through the volunteering donation of blood. And as you can see in this photo, on the International Blood Donor Day, for the first time in our country, we have a blood mobile. We'll move around the country to attract as many donors as possible, and the president of the Albanian Organization of Voluntary Blood Donors, Natale Capodicasa, calls this blood mobile a dream come true. And these are the photos of the inauguration of this one.
So the organization, in collaboration with the Italian Embassy and the Italian Association, has brought in Albania 4 volunteers coming from Arboresh country in Italy to sustain promote the Ripresa project. So we are 2 of the volunteers, so Silvia and Marzia, and we have 2 other people, 2 guys, Paolo and Paride, that are not with us, unfortunately, but we take them.
They are
continue the project in Tirana. So these are the promotion that we did this summer. We are here in Leja, here in Vlorë, and increased the expectative, increased number of volunteer donors, increased the prevent level with the community, and increased education activities to prevent and information sharing. These are some photos on the Centro Completare Trasfusione di Gjacut. It's a center of national blood transfusion. This is the president, and these are here are in project in a school. We did a first aid.
And just to conclude, like I said before, in 2004 the paid one were a lot. So we can see that in those years our object was reached, we can say, because the paid in 2003 registered are 0.5%, the volunteer are 25, and the family are 74.5.
And what FIOT means to us, it's an opportunity for us to know internationally, but also to face new challenges through the confrontation of the countries and other mindsets. We'd like to present our project to raise awareness about the need of blood and all the lives we can save. Thank you.
Now please the Belgium and Netherlands.
Hi everyone. Does this work? I think, yeah. So we are representing Belgium actually. Belgium is a divided country in 3 parts, and we live in the northern part. We live with 11 million people in Belgium, but only in Flanders, the northern part, it's 7 million. And there's 1 association who provides the blood donation thing in Belgium, and that it's Red Cross Flanders. But we aren't from Red Cross Flanders, we are a student organization that work together with Red Cross, but Annabelle will explain it a bit more.
So we're Bloed Serieus. The literal translation of that is Blood Serious, but we will talk about Bloed Serieus. We're a campaign of Red Cross Flanders, and in Flanders you have 9 cities which all have a Blood Serious campaign. We're both from Leuven, so our thing is Bloed Serieus Leuven, but you also have Bloed Serieus and Antwerp, Brussels, and a lot of other things. We are financially supported by Red Cross Flanders, and we will talk about Bloed Serieus.
So Bloed Serieus in Leuven, it's a student organization, so after 5 years if you study, then you have your master's and then you're going to work. So every year our member group change a bit, but it's almost every year between 40 and 60. And 6 of us are board members. As Annabelle, she's the president right now of Bloed Serieus. And every board member has his function and his team or her team, like the campaign team or the partnership team, promotion team, but also activities, because we do 2 times a year a big blood collection, 2 times a plasma collection, but we also do non-blood related activities like, I will explain it a bit later, but these board members are responsible for these activities with their team that are our members.
A little bit about our history. In 1998, the first idea to make a collection started from bioengineering in Leuven, and the first collection was a year later. 2 years later, in 1992, the first collection was held in Leuven, and a few years later, the first week in Antwerp was, and since 2010, we're independent. At this moment, we're a group of 40 to 60 enthusiastic students with the main goal to have as big as possible Bloed Serieus week or 2 a year. And on the map you see a few cities in Belgium or in Flanders. In the Bloed Serieus week, which we have 2 times a year, we aim for 2,200 students in 4 days, which all come and give their blood. We have 2 locations, one in the center and one just outside the ring, to have as much students as possible. With the Bloed Serieus week, we collect like these sackets, and we try to get as much sponsors in there as possible. In this week, we have approximately 40% students who come and donate for the first time, and in contrast with a normal collection, only 10%. So, I think we do a good job at that.
Yeah, so as Annabelle said, we reward our students when they come donate blood with our goodie bag. In the goodie bag, we have multiple companies that give like small things like a beverage or a magazine or something else. And if you donate blood during our blood week, then you will receive a festival bracelet, and with the festival bracelet you can go to clubs at night and get free beer or other drinks. So that's how we work. There's one of our board members responsible for our sponsorship and also for other things during the Bloed Serieus week. We have a cooking team. We make meals for all the volunteers during the Bloed Serieus week, but we also have logistic teams. They drive around to get our sponsorships and other stuff and materials that we use.
The campaign, we try to make as much promotion as possible, and we do this digital. Every screen on the campus has our flyer or our poster on it, Also in all libraries and the restaurants, the student restaurants, we have our poster. Then we also have our Sunday campaigns. Leuven is a very big student city. Approximately 60,000 students live there, so every Sunday when they come home, when they go to their apartment, we stand at the station and we are promoting our Lutserieursweken. Also in faculties, we have our, in the lecture halls, we do small talks that to also promote our Lutserieursweek.
We also do non-blood related activities, as I said. The biggest one that we do is activities that support our campaign, like a big quiz or something else. Activities for blood donors are the week after our collection. If you have donated blood, then you can come to the activities and get again free beverage or free tickets for a concert or something else. We do activities for our volunteers and also, of course, team buildings in turn. We try to go on vacation every year with all our members. It's like a big group on a weekend. It's always the nicest weekend in the academic year that we have.
How do we find the volunteers? Last week were at the student welcome and we had our tent. And in our tent you can throw darts at the veins, and if you reach the veins you will get a brownie or another promotion thing for us. Next to that we're at the 24-hour run in Leuven. It's the biggest student activity in all Belgium. 24 hours, there are all students running around in circles, but we also have our stand there and we sell hot dogs and chocolate milk, and we also promote ourselves. Last Tuesday we had our information evening in our meeting and we had 20 new members, I think, so that's big because we're normally 40 to 60, and last Tuesday we already had 20 more.
And then the COVID, we're both too young to be a student during COVID in Leuven, but you can see here in March 2020 that we have like a really gap between our donation students, and the last year you can see that we are doing less than normal, but that's because we had this one-time luxurious problem where the Red Cross had too much blood in Belgium, so we couldn't do our campaign and we had to send away people that wanted to volunteer to go to donate blood. It was sad, but yeah, it's a luxurious problem. And then our goals is to professionalize our external communication, show with social media. We're not very good at it, and of course plasma awareness, because plasma is needed more and more, so we would love to find more partners.
Greetings everyone. Firstly, thanks for the opportunity, Mr. President, Mr. Theologos, and Miss Eleni actually, and dear Simon. Well, it's our first time here. Actually, we knew that we will come this project approximately 4 days ago, so I hope I will inform you fully about our association. Let's start. Okay, on February 8, 2005, the round table dedicated to the topic A Life Without Thalassemia and by the Heydar Aliyev Foundation, and at that time our association established on September 26 in 2006 by a group of young people, actually by 3 volunteers. And then in March 2007, it registered with the Ministry of the Justice of the Republic of Azerbaijan, formalizing its activities. And then in April 2009, it was elected as a member of the International Federation of Blood Donors. We gained right to represent Azerbaijan among the other 90 countries. Our mission is the establishment of a national network in our country, consisting of permanent voluntary blood donors in Azerbaijan. Our purpose is, our main goal is organizing voluntary blood donation campaigns for the individuals, also for the groups. Individuals and the groups suffering from the blood disease, and also providing close support to healthcare in the developing blood donation in our country. And the main goal is creating a national blood donors network. National Forum of Young Blood Donors in from 2014 till 2020, our association, the Blood Donors Association, held the National Forum of Young Blood Donors for the first time. And then at the forum, permanent blood donors who have volunteered over the years were honored with the certificates of appreciation. And then support for the development of blood donation in regions, not for in our capital, Baku. In 2025 and 2019, regional forums for young blood donors were held in the cities Ganja, Lankaran, and Ingechevir, where steps were taken to promote the development of blood donation in the other regions, not just for in our capital. Also, during the period of cooperation, our country has represented itself multiple times at the international forums and the conferences, like in Denmark, France, Lithuania, Georgia, Portugal, even in India, Nepal, etc. And the delegation representing Azerbaijan proposed that the next year World Youth Forum will be held in Azerbaijan during the forum held in Italy in 2015. And International Youth Forum, Portugal 2018, as a result of the World Youth Forum held in Aveiro, Portugal, from August 23 to 26. It was dedicated to the other World Young Forum, which would take place in Azerbaijan in 2019. And the success achieved by the youth coincided with the birthday of our First Lady, Mehriban Aliyeva, also the Vice President of the Azerbaijan of the Foundation on August 26. So they dedicated their achievement to her birthday. Thank you. Well, International Youth Forum Azerbaijan 2019, it held in 2019 with the participants of 102 countries and the people from 36 countries. And we host the other Young Blood Donors Forum in this year in June, from 10 to 14 June 2024 in Baku. And yes, the association organized motivational camps in Azerbaijan, the other regions, and also abroad for the voluntary permanent blood donors. For example, there are pictures from Georgia, Turkey, and Lithuania. We also do, like, the association has a psychological support program for the blood donors and individuals who are suffering from the blood disease. And our partners and sponsors, thank you for everything. Çok sağ olun. That's all.